Let's explore these benefits. So yeah, indeed, in online learning, there's a rectangular 2D perspective, but that also means that there are also reduced visual distractions, because I can't see what's happening around a physical classroom. If I'm a little child, I can't see who's playing with that toy, or I can't see somebody who's looking me in the eye. There are reduced visual distractions. My peripheral vision is not there. It also means that there's 100% visual learning. I can only see what's happening on the screen. So, for example, if I see this photo of this beautiful tiger, I can very much appreciate the exquisite detail of its fur, the colors, the texture, the look in its eye. More so, potentially more so than in a physical learning space where I might see it up on a whiteboard or on a screen, but it's further away. It's not as apparent, and it does not occupy my concentration quite as much as in a virtual learning space. And it's true, there is one source of sound in online learning. However, that also means that there are reduced auditive distractions and hence clear dialogue. Why do I say that? Is because I can't hear someone who's having a side conversation, because side conversations make everything unintelligible in online learning. There are less distractions. Also, I'm getting filtered sound, so I'm only hearing what's happening in my class. Also, dialogue gets clearer because only one person can speak at one time, and I have to focus in on that person. There's essentially more clarity in terms of what happens in class. Also, it's true that there's filtered audio, but instructions and feedback can get clearer. I can hear the speaker's voice better. I can hear what's happening in terms of different instructions. I can see them perhaps even clearer as well, above all what's happening on our virtual whiteboard. Lastly, there is a reduced range of motion. I can't move outside of this box. However, that also means that there are reduced physical distractions. We don't have children running across the room. There are no smart boards on the table that might be buzzing and distracting us. Also, movement becomes more intentional. If we're moving, if we're presenting something, it has to happen for a specific reason. Otherwise, it won't be remarkable in any way. So for these reasons, there are some serious benefits for both kids and teens. If there are less visual, auditive, physical, or external distractions, that means we can achieve greater levels of focus. Also, if instructions are clear and feedback is clarified as well, it might be and is, under the right circumstances, easier to follow. Also, if everything is made 100% visual, if all of our slides are filled with photos, if we use the whiteboard effect to cultivate this concentration by clearly denoting progress when people have to speak, there can be improved comprehension. This is really important, like I said, for kids and teens. They have the lowest tolerance for ambiguity, and also we have a lot of lower level learners. So having improved forms of comprehension is really, really important for a language learning environment. Lastly, if there's clear dialogue and clear movement in class, that is to say, one person speaking at a time, one person speaking a specific sentence at a time, and using movement intentionally to highlight what we're doing in front of this webcam, we can achieve more intentional forms of practice, which obviously might yield better results, greater focus, easier to follow, improved comprehension, more intentional. This can give a rise to much more efficient forms of learning.